Hey everybody, I'm Tom. Welcome to the first episode of the First Charge EV. And I'm hoping you will all join me on my journey purchasing my first electric vehicle. I've decided to start this journey with my return to Porsche ownership. I had a 2016 Cayman that I bought brand new in 2016, last of the 6 cylinders. And that was a great car. I had it for 7 years, sold it about a year and a half ago. I just wasn't able to drive it. I work remotely, so there's no commuting anymore. And I'm too busy riding bikes in my spare time. Now, the ownership of this car is also going to be great for me bike riding and my cycling YouTube channel, The Thinking Cyclist. So if anybody has watched me by chance on my cycling channel, The Thinking Cyclist, you'll be used to seeing my garage studio here. So it's going to be an exciting thing, riding awesome bikes and driving the pinnacle of the automotive industry, Porsche. Wanting to drive an EV now is my wife's GLC 300 went into for service. I don't remember what the service was now. And they gave her an EQS as a loaner. I think that's like their smaller car. And I just loved how smooth that drove. It didn't have a lot of power. And I'm tired of driving SUVs and big trucks. And even the BMW X5 here. I mean, it's a great smooth driving vehicle, but just not doing it for me. And in fact, I got a, I guess it's the 2 Series Beamer as a loaner. This was in for a minor recall. And it was a little 4-door sedan, and that car drove so well, and I just missed driving a car. So that's what's got me on track. You can't get station wagons in the US. You know, Volvos, I'm not really sure about their reliability. I've never driven a Volvo. And, you know, I know that Taycan, you hear all these horror stories and about how the value has dropped, but everybody forgets that car was built during COVID, the first 2 years, and it was their first electric vehicle. So I think they've come a long way in reliability, but the Porsches that I've owned in the past, going back to the year 2000, I've always had good luck with Cayman. I had a Boxster back in 2000, just a basic car. I had a 2017 Cayman that I put like 40-something thousand miles on that. When I sold it, I think I had 70,000 miles on it. Thing ran better after 40,000 miles, but that I'm getting off subject. And one of the main reasons that I didn't drive the Cayman, I had those Sea-Sucker bike racks for it, but just out here in Hill Country, outside of Austin, where I live, the cycling events, you're always parking in some farmer's field, and that car was just too low to the ground to even think about driving in some of those parking lots. So my plan is to order a brand new Cross Turismo. Now, Porsche of Austin and Porsche of South Austin told me that they, at the moment, don't have any 2026 allocations. And they should hear something, they're telling me, in early January for allocations. So my plan is I'll do a video on the configurator. I'm thinking the guy Nick. I can't remember the exact name of his channel, but he's in Connecticut. He has a great Porsche channel. So shout out to Nick. And we'll go through the options on the configurator and the colors of the Taycan Cross Turismo. I'm basically looking at the Cross Turismo, not so much the S, but that's going to depend on allocations, what's available, and who knows, I might even have to go out of state. I do know that Porsche South Austin, I've talked to a salesman there, and we're going to go into the dealership, into their configurator room, So apparently they've renovated both of the Porsche dealerships. I haven't been there in a couple of years. And then, we'll film a segment on their configurator room, putting the car together. And then Porsche also has a mobile app now where you track your car right through from the build process to delivery. I guess you can update options. So, you can tag along as I post updates on the car. I'm really excited about getting back into driving a Porsche every day. And I'm so glad that they have a station wagon. And it actually has, I know you can raise it up to just over, I think, 7 inches of ground clearance. I have to go through the specs again. So that'll enable me to drive it to bike events with my bikes on the roof. I know they make a custom rear carrier. I have to explore that, but it'll be a car that I can use all the time. And it won't just be a garage queen like my Cayman ended up being. I really miss driving that Cayman, and it was hard selling it. And here's a clip of it being loaded onto the truck to go back to the East Coast. And as a note on the purchase of a Taycan, just Porsche prices are crazy through the roof, but I'm 62 years old now, and I'm not even sure how many more new cars I'm going to be able to buy. I have a good job that I'm in a field that looks like it's going to be pretty steady for the next 5 to 10 years. My investments have done really well. So at this point in my life, I can afford the car. So that's one thing I just had to make sure that I did tell everybody, that if you should not be buying a car like this unless you can pay cash for it, you have your money in investments that can cover the cost of the car. But I just miss, there's something about a Porsche that just they drive so well. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.